morning, everyone. Rise and shine. Guess what time it is? It is Saturday morning, and I'm back. I'm back today because I am collabing with three of my very dear friends here on YouTube. We're continuing with our series on foundations. And this is a collab that I started. I actually started in January with my my gorgeous BFF Marlene of Fab and Glam Over 50, Trish Oliver of Beauty with Trish, and Michelle Cinnamon Girl Beauty. And the reason I had asked them to participate in this collab was I wanted to be able to bring to you our top 5 foundations as related to our skin type. For example, we're all mature, but I have very dry skin. Marlene has normal skin. Trish has oily combination skin, and Michelle has normal, problematic, acne-prone skin. So obviously our needs are very different when it comes to foundations. So I think this is just a perfect, just a perfect collaboration to be able to give you a nice array of foundations to choose from. Now, we already did in January, we did our top 5 full coverage foundations. Then we did our top 5 light to medium coverage foundations. We're doing today our top 5 drugstore foundations. And then come June, we're going to be doing our top 5 summer foundations. Wow, that's a mouthful. So, you know the drill, ladies. Grab yourself a cup of coffee, a cup of tea, and if you're across the pond, a glass of wine or a glass of champagne, and let's roll. I'm going to share with you my top 5 drugstore foundations. Now, I have spoken numerous occasions about Marlene, Trish, and Michelle. These are 3 women that I trust. I was trying to find another word, but their recommendations have never let me down because they are tried and true gals. When they talk about a product, you know that they just didn't try it like the day before and said, oh, wow, they're obsessed. No, they put things to the test. So I know whenever I ask any of them for a recommendation, they have never steered me wrong. And that's why this makes for a great collab. I love all 3 of these beautiful ladies. I love you, Marlene, Trish, and Michelle, and thank you so much for agreeing to participate with me. So without further ado, let's go into my top 5. Now, when I talk about my drugstore foundations, these foundations are foundations that really stand the test of time for me. I'm very picky when it comes to foundations. I don't have many drugstore foundations, but the ones I do have, they work. They stand up for my 12-hour wear test. They do not oxidize. They do not transfer. They perform just as well as my higher end ones. I don't accept having a mediocre foundation in my collection. So I can tell you right now, I can vouch for these. These are fabulous. Now, the one that is actually new to my collection, and I have heard about this from so many of you, and I know Trish has raved about it, so has Michelle, and I picked it up. The label's gone. I end up coming up, but this is the Maybelline Super Stay, I think 24-hour full coverage foundation. Ladies, this is phenomenal. This is what I'm wearing today. I can't get over how wonderful this foundation is, to the point, and I can tell you something. You know what I did? When after about third time using it, I was texting with my friend Sharon, my sexy bestie from Texas, Sharon Capehart. Now, Sharon Capehart, she's a high-end girl all the way. She doesn't do the drugstore thing. I said, Sharon, you got to run to the drugstore and pick up this foundation. She says, Natalie, if you tell me it's A1, I'm picking it up. It is A1. If you're looking for full coverage, fantastic foundation. And I'll put down the colors, my shades down below. The second one was actually a recommendation by my Marlene, Fab and Glam, Over 50. She talked about this one, and she was not kidding. This is the Rimmel Lasting Finish Breathable Foundation. I think this is the latest one that came out. Now, this is it says medium coverage. I call it more of a light to medium coverage. But I'll tell you right now, ladies, it's like wearing a second skin. It's beautiful. Again, it's a nice 12-hour wear. It's just gorgeous. And by the way, I wanted to mention something. This is light to medium. For me, this is like a summer foundation. But if the full coverage, one of the things, a little trick that I want to tell you, if your full coverage foundation, you find it a little bit too thick, and for any full coverage foundations, just add a little drop of the brightening booster by Physicians Formula. This is the oil elixir. Just add a couple of drops in with your foundation and perfection. Okay. So that's my second foundation. My third foundation is one that I discovered last summer, and that is the Maybelline Dream Cushion. Love this stuff. Now, these don't last forever, but what I like about them is that they're so easy to use. I use it with a damp beauty blender and just press it in. And in the summer, you know, when you're for traveling and all that, this is fabulous. I love this. Like I said, I buy this. I just purchased this about 2 weeks ago because I like to have it in my arsenal for the summer. But it's beautiful, beautiful finish. It's buildable. It's light to medium buildable, but excellent to have in your travel arsenal. The other one that's tried and true for me as well, and you know it's been with me for a long time, and this actually came to me as a recommendation from my Trish Oliver several years ago, and that's the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Glow. This is wonderful. It's such a great foundation. You can mix it in with some other foundations if you want. It's just, this is a staple of mine. I mix this in many of my foundations. And this again is light to medium buildable coverage. You can probably build it up to full, but I've never built it up to full. These are foundations that I pretty well use in the summer. And last but not least is one that I hear very little talk about on YouTube, and that's the Neutrogena Hydra Boost Hydrating Tint with hyaluronic acid. Now, it says a tint, but it is, to me, a light to medium coverage foundation. It's one of these that comes with one of these humongous doe foot applicators. I don't like that. I don't like this concept, but it's great. It's wonderful, 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 and it's especially wonderful for mature skin. And one person I know who absolutely loves it is my beautiful friend Laura Shakeup. She swears by this foundation, but it gives you a beautiful finish. Again, light to medium coverage. I find this is also perfect for summer. So that is the roundup of my top 5 drugstore foundations. Hopefully you enjoyed. Make sure to go and check out Michelle, Cinnamon Girl Beauty, Trish Oliver, Beauty with Trish, and Marlene Fab and Glam, over 50. I'm going to have the links to their channels down below. Je vous embrasse de Montréal. Soyez prudents. Soyez belle. What did Natalie tell you? Natalie tells you when you look yourself in the mirror, Natalie tells you you're beautiful. Because you know what? You are. You're beautiful inside. The rest is just decoration. Face of the day outfit will be down below. Have a great weekend, everyone. Bye for now.